In the days following the attack on the Capitol, a team of government employees worked tirelessly to pick up the pieces and bring order back to the iconic symbol of American democracy. One of the leaders of that effort was Jim Kaufmann. He's director of Capitol Grounds and Arboretum at the Architect of the Capitol. He's also a finalist for a Service to America Medal. Jim, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you for having me.
You weren't actually at the Capitol on January 6th, but when you saw it unfold on TV, what were your initial thoughts? What were the emotions that you experienced?
I think first off, I'm looking at it on TV and I'm thinking it can't be happening. That I didn't quite want to believe what I was seeing. And then reality quickly set in and we understood what was going on. So I was able to communicate very quickly with a few folks that we did have on some of our satellite areas right off of Capitol Square.
So you helped lead the effort to put the building back together and the grounds. The first thing was to assess the damage. How extensive was it when you arrived that next morning?
Well, I think the important part to remember is that as part of the AOC, we take care of everything. We're the facility manager for the buildings and the grounds, and my particular jurisdiction is the grounds. And I came on site that morning of January 7th, well before daybreak, to start walking the site to assess what was going on outside, evaluate the ability for our crews to safely maneuver around, and figure out what we needed to be able to help restore the grounds and start setting some sense of normalcy for the people that both come to the Capitol and the people that view the Capitol.
And what did you see as you walked around and started assessing? Was it worse than you were expecting?
Definitely worse than I was expecting. Our group is very accustomed to cleaning up after multiple demonstrations, First Amendment activities, concerts, celebrations, all sorts of stuff. We were never accustomed to being able to restore the grounds and follow details that were so impacted, such as keeping in mind very, very simple safety protocols at the time dealing with COVID, and all employees maintaining separation and wearing their face coverings, to the proper way to what to look for anything that could be suspicious or a weapon, anything that needed special cleanup, be it bodily fluid, be it chemicals. And we had to assess all that, be able to talk to our crews to make sure that they were in a good frame of mind and understood everything that they were getting into, considering that our folks were coming to a place where we put all of our efforts into our pride and joy of our work, and seeing it destroyed. And we had to clean it up. And we had a good crew, and it was the crew that really pulled together to make things work.
And Jim, you were working against a very tight deadline because the presidential inauguration was 2 weeks away. So what did you need to do to finish restoring and getting the grounds up and ready in just 2 weeks?
It's a tight deadline, and the AOC, that all of us here at the Architect of the Capitol, no matter where we work, we deal with deadlines all the time. And we have incredible people that make it happen. So there's no doubt that we were going to make that deadline to get the presidential inauguration to happen. That's what we do. That's our mission. And
so how many people were involved? How many hours was it? I mean, I know you met the deadline, but what did you have to do to get there?
Keep in mind safety and employee mental health, I think, was our biggest priority. We had roughly we're still dealing with COVID at that time and trying to keep crews separated. So we had probably at least half to 3/4 of our employees in. So roughly, say 35 to 40 people for the grounds crew, Capitol Grounds and Arboretum, just taking care of the outside. And we very strategically were able to work with our teams in various sections to be able to keep them separate, but also not really work excessive hours. We were very careful with that because you could just see it in all of our faces, in our eyes. It was very traumatic and very tiring, mentally exhausting for people. So we were able to just chip away at it day after day. And we got it done. And the further we moved into it, the more details we got into. But we certainly were able to pull together both inside and outside the AOC crews.
Jim, I wonder what the work that you did in the aftermath of that attack mean to you personally.
Personally, it's something that I can say I had an impact on the Capitol, and I was able to work with a fantastic crew that left a fantastic impression on the Capitol to return it to a sense of normalcy that is deserved.
All right. Well, Jim, I appreciate your work on that, and thank you so much for being on the program.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any future Government Matters interviews.